chance you could take literally one step that way.
Technically, we have live burn and you're not supposed to record.
Okay.
Just, they'll come up and tell you.
I'll go ahead and start doing commentary, and we'll see just how it goes. Jackson pulls the face-off back to our wing. Maddox gets bumped off the puck. Their defenseman takes a big hit. Anson clears the rebound now. Got Nate kicking it up the boards. Out of the zone, foot race. Jackson, with Graydon supporting, Jackson wins. Around their D. Bouncing puck, not where it ended up. Tacoma has it now, bringing it up the middle. Trying to go around our D, and does. Shot, Sawyer's midsection. Nate clears it out. Looking to get it up the middle. Bounces through, Tacoma picks it off. Tosses it into the zone for an offsides, but since it was past center ice, we're going to bring it all the way down. Tacoma controls the face-off and tries to get it up the boards. Tipped it out of the zone. Stops at the blue. Shot off of Cooper's shins. Reverses it. Looks to Connor. Connor looking to Wolfie up the side. Wolfie one-touching it to Jake in the middle. He's got one man to beat. Shot off the shin guard. Gets the rebound. Got Cooper up the wall. Shot hard, looking for a rebound off net. Now Connor. Shot. Wolfie takes a header out front. Cooper grabs it as the puck came out of the zone. Reverses course. Got to change offsides. We win the faceoff back to Nate. Tosses it to Parker, brings it in the zone. Around the defenseman now. Shot, rebound, Zach, rebound, goal. 3-0 us. 11 left in the second. Looks like we're trying to dig an eggshell out of a broken egg. Tacoma controls the face-off, tosses it into their zone. Cinco now up the boards through traffic. Can't quite get it there. Looking rink wide to Zach. Got some room to work. Got Parker with him in center. Gets NASCAR along the boards. And Tacoma goes up the middle. Cinco controls. Goes far side to Caven. Zach bumps Rockets off the puck. Zach now takes it out of the scrum. Tacoma takes it off with him, but Nate recollects. Tosses it out of the zone. Tacoma offsides. Jumps the face off, now bringing it in the zone. Connor pickpockets him over to Anson. Looking up the boards. Braden can't quite get there. We tip our own took air shot, almost got Sawyer, but he gets a cat on it. Oh, almost comes out of the corner, but it snipes from the dot. 3-1. Tacoma pulls the face off back. Near side now. Trying to get around Cooper, but he gets a stick on it. Cinco now swings it up the near far wall to no one in particular. Cooper into a rocket and then off of a rocket and then out of the zone to Jackson. One man to beat. Now got Braden on the rebound. Rockets goalie dives on it. Nice save.
Said he's been shooting the whole game.
Face off, comes back to Braden. Dances it around 2-3 Tacoma players. Tacoma goes far side, looking to get around Cinco and does. Right into Sawyer's gut. Comes back to Anderson, looking up the near wall to Wolfie. Puck goes middle to Will. Will's got Jake on support. Tosses it to Jake. Oh, a little bit behind him. Jake fighting off 2 rockets in the corner. Now he's got Wolfie. Wolfie looking to Will in the middle. Blocker save. Off the chest. Off of Wolfie's chest. Oh, shot comes out to Will. Through. 4-1 us. Nice work, Will. Off, goes far side to Anderson, tries to chip it around Tacoma, but can't quite get there. Will, up the far side. On forecheck, making him work for it. Wolfie now on the boards. Gets a hit. I think we're going to get a rough here. Oh. Checking from behind. Allen is trying to lodge a formal complaint. Looks like we're going to get a 2-10. Caven in the box with Wolfie. So we'll see Wolfie in the third period. 8.5 left in the second. 4-1 us. Jackson pulls it back to Connor. Connor over to Cooper. Braden collects it on the far wall, looking to Jackson up the middle. Off of Tacoma's skate, tosses it in. Buying us some time. Braden picks it up on the far wall now. Looking to kill some time. Jackson now picks their pocket, tosses it back in. Braden on the forecheck. Just making them work for it. Tacoma goes near side. Now up the wall. Connor gets it. Now goes around Tacoma and into his own. Braden. Oh, not quite through their legs. Now Braden collects, looking, streaking Jackson. Jackson. Shot. We'll let the noise speak for that one. 5-0 us, or 5-1 us. We control the face-off. Parker coming into the zone, tries to get a shot around Tacoma. Tacoma picks it up behind the back of the net, looking to get it up the wall, but Nate's right there, keeping it in. Tacoma collects and tries to get around Zach, but can't quite do it. Tacoma comes out with it at the dot, comes into the slot. Sawyer pad safe into the corner. Tacoma brings it up the wall, dumps it, and we get it out. We got a foot race here of Parker into his shins. Tacoma tosses it to Zach. Zach gets it to Parker. Parker takes a hit. Right now, Hansen gets them to make a weak shot now. Sawyer sticks it into the corner. Zach now has it, looking up the boards to Parker. Tacoma picks it off and throws it in offsides, but they don't throw the whistle. Haven takes a hit, but Parker collects, buys us a change. Parker circling around, gets sandwiched, still controls the puck, dumps it low for Zach. Zach takes a hit, Haven on support. Parker keeps the puck in to Haven. Haven takes a hit, and it looks like we're going to have an ice. Baby. And there's my son doing edge work. Jake wins it back to Cinco. Cinco tosses it in the corner, looking for Maddox. Tacoma reverses it now, gets Cinco. Keeps the puck in. Tacoma gets it out though. Cooper now in the neutral. Throws it near side, looking for Will. Puck goes into the zone. Jake intercepts. Oh! High off the bar. Not sure that didn't actually go in. Cinco here. Shot into Sawyer's stick. He collects. Back out of their zone. Jackson and Braden giving chase. We gotta wait for it on the wall so that we stay on sides. Parker over to Hansen. Hansen now around their defenseman. Tacoma grabs it. Connor now collects behind the back of the net. Looks like he's going to get it up to Braden. Shot off the net by Tacoma. Braden collects it, reverses. He's looking for help up the middle. Now Parker. Parker sauces it to Jackson. Jackson one touches it over to Braden. Tacoma goes high off the boards to get it out of there. Connor collects. Does a quick little move there, looking for Braden up the middle. Parker now up to Braden. Oh, no. Tacoma puts a boot in it. Hansen reverses ice over to Connor. Connor one touches it to Jackson. Jackson into the zone with speed. Around a defenseman. Backhand high. Into the net. I don't know if the goalie got a piece of that or not. Face-off, comes back to Nate. Nate shot, rebound, Zach around. Oh, goalie got a stick on it. Nice work. Puck goes low. Jake collects to Zach. Zach shot. Nice. Six-1 us. 4 minutes left. Face off, we control now. Zach going around their defenseman. Takes his time now. Cycles it down to Connor. Haven's getting tied up in front. Can't drop below the goal line now. Got Zach chasing. Cooper pinching. Tacoma goes rink wide. Bounce off of their stick now. They try to bring it up the center. Tipped it. 6-2, 3:45 left in the second. Someone controls the face-off. Goes up the wall, but no one's there. Nate. Now to Will to Parker, one man to beat. Can't quite get around their D. Goes to the middle, off of Maddox's stick. Will getting sandwiched. Parker bumps him off the puck. Maddox lifts his stick to keep it in. Now Will, Tacoma keeps us to it now. Shot, high blocker, up and over. Nate. Around Maddox, looking to Parker. Maddox fighting for it in the corner. Back to D. Right into Sawyer's gut. Jackson, Jake, and Braden up front with Cinco and Cooper in back. Face-up comes up the middle. Jackson jumps it, splitting their D. Got him out front. Braden helping. Oh, bar up into the netting. We'll have a face-off down here. There's a Tacoma parent who is cheering his team on very loudly. I'm not sure if he's barking at his refs or barking at his players. Face off comes to the middle. Cooper collects. Shot high off of the goalie's stick, as in off the knob of his stick. Jake now behind the back of the net. Tacoma reverses far side. Braden giving chase. Keeps it in. Now puck goes out. Cinco. Oh, to Jake. Little hot there. Jake. Now to Cinco. Cinco circles on it. Up to Braden. Braden to a circling himself. Now Jake collects it. Back to Cinco. Cinco gets it on his backhand. Now it comes up the middle to Jake. Jake can't quite get it through Jackson. Now Jake gets it off of his skate. Trying to dump it to Braden. Braden now. Looking for Cooper. Nope, gets it off of his stick. Connor in a foot race. Wins. Puck comes out of the zone, bounces around now. Tacoma keeping it onside. Gives Jackson the business. But Jackson shakes it off. Up the middle to Braden. Did he get a stick on it, or are we waving it off, or waving it off? Braden now, giving chase. Tacoma reverses it and beat us to the wall, but Jake gets a stick on it to keep it in. Puck comes out now. Hansen to the wall. Unfortunately, there are no windows. Braden wins the puck over there in the corner. Tacoma chips it low. Hansen on chase. They try to center it, but no one's there. Jake up the wall to Jackson. Jackson curls on it. One touches it to someone, and then they one touch it to him. Coming across the blue. I guess Braden was offside. Face off, comes back to Cinco. Cinco, near wall, chips it in. All the way in. Parker giving chase. Tacoma looks to go up the wall. Haven gives him the business. Nate keeps it in now. Tacoma kicks it around. Cinco pops them at the blue. Gets it out. Looking to Caven. Parker now has it. Around 2 Tacoma Rockets. Dumps it low, looking for Caven. Caven rims it around to Cinco, who rims it back down now to Caven. Caven circles on it to Nate. Tacoma gets a stick on it. One man to beat. That one man is my kid. Scares me. Sawyer keeps a rebound out high. Now Will has it. Going up the middle. Caven supporting him. Tacoma puts a body on it. Now Will, sandwiched, literally. All right, 6-2, end of 2. Yesterday's out-of-town scoreboard, the Alaska All-Stars Tier 2 team lost 3-0 to the Team Alaska 14U AAA team. Savannah Clemson stopped 27 out of 30 for a decent 90% save percentage. Starting to get cold up in Anchorage now. Highs are in the 20s. And last night was a day of sledding. But back to hockey. Face off, comes to the side here now. Parker grabs it into the zone. Looking to get around Tacoma D. Tacoma to Cooper. Ended up on somebody's skate. Cooper now drops it back to Connor, who collects. Reverses the ice up to Caven. Gonna wave off the ice there. We got Will on the forecheck here. Tacoma looking to get it out. Cooper pinches. Now we got Tacoma. Weak shot into Sawyer. Tacoma centers it. Couldn't quite get enough stick on it. Sawyer collects the rebound. Tacoma wins the faceback, back to their blue. Bouncing shot, not quite through traffic. Hansen tries to get it up the boards. Maddox there fighting for it. We got 3-on-3 here. Hansen now below the goal line, reverses it all the way over to Zach. Just a weird bounce off the boards. And now Zach has it, looking up the middle. Nope, off the boards. Takes a knee. Not sure why the arm isn't up for that one. And so now reverses course, breaks an ankle. Luckily, it's their team's ankle. Zach takes a hit coming out of the zone. Tacoma chips it to themselves, but Jake intercepts. Back to Anson, reverses ice to Nate. Looking up the middle to Zach. One touches it to Maddox. Tacoma unfortunately picks it off. Do we have an ice? No. Yes. Will, Parker, and Caven up front with Cooper and Connor in back. Face off, gets jumped by Tacoma. We get a stick on it, so Will has it. Looks to center to Parker. Puck comes out high to Connor, who boots it deeper into the zone. Now it's below the goal line. Tacoma looking to rim it. Can't quite get there. Cooper keeps it in. Bounces it up to Parker. Tacoma goes high off the glass, but hits Cooper's shoulder. Now they get it out of the zone. One touch it to their center. Coming into the zone. Shot off of Sawyer's glove. Kicks it out to the corner. Connor has it to reverse it far side to Caven, who circles on it and takes a hit. Has a Tacoma player literally jump over them. Connor now near side. Will looking for a shot. Tacoma goalie rebounds into the middle. Scrum over in the corner. Alright, puck comes out around us. Try to get to the middle, but can't get there. Nate and Jake sandwich him. Jake, strong stick to get it out of the zone. Zach, Jake, and Parker, 3-on-1. We got it, now 3-on-2. Goes rink wide to Parker. The goalie makes a great save up high. Parker around the net, looking to Jake. Tacoma gets a stick on it. Now Jake has it circling back into the zone. Shot up high and over. Puck goes around the back. Now to Jake. Jake fighting it off. Got Parker out front. Zach looking to catch it in the slot. Now Anson has it. Bouncing puck in the middle. Tacoma trying to split four of us. Sawyer saves, collects the rebound. Cinco, Zach, Maddox, Cooper, and face off, gets pushed back to the Tacoma D. High shot, bounces. Cinco hits him in the corner. Tacoma comes away with it though. Jake supports and gets it out. Jake now up the middle. Got Maddox supporting him. Trying to go around their dude. Tacoma gets a stick on it now. Puck comes high to Cinco. He gets a boot on it. Goes rink wide over to Cooper. Cooper now along the boards. Zach looking to fight off a Tacoma player. Cinco now in the middle. Circles around on the puck. Collects it. Looking for folks to get some speed. Goes all the way across. Looking for Maddox. A little hot there. Tacoma gets it around the back of the net. Jake supporting. Now Zach fighting for it up the boards. All the way around. Bounces over Sawyer's stick. Hanson bumps Tacoma off the puck. Now Connor takes a big hit. Fights through it. Puck comes out. Parker got it. Fights off a hit. Reverses. Woo! Hot shot right into Sawyer's glove. Although, really afraid that Connor looked like he was trying to tip that down. I'm sure he wasn't. He's a great baseball player. I'm sure he was just swinging for the fences. Parker pulls it back to Connor. Connor looking for some help on the near wall. Takes his time. Now reverses it. coming up on us, right into Sawyer's gut. Are we getting interference or are we getting the roughing? Are we getting the interference or are we getting the roughing? See what we got. Connor for a rough. (6-2), 8 minutes left in the third. Face off, comes back to Cinco. Cinco looking to reverse it around to Zach. Zach collects it, looking for a streaking Jake. Tries to split the D. Tacoma picks it off now into the zone. They take it into the middle. Puck bounces through. Jake now. Sawyer's glove. Yeah, you don't want to go glove side on Sawyer. Will wins it back right into Sawyer's crease. Tacoma took a couple of swings at that as it went by. One of the many reasons why Sawyer's a really good goalie is because he's ready for that. Tacoma jumped the face off and held onto our sticks. Tacoma wins it, but can't quite get it onto their own sticks. You toss it all the way down for an icing. Cooper and Cinco, Maddox and Will. So close. So close. We got 3 out of the 4. I don't know where you're going, Cinco. That's the wrong side of the ice. Will pulls it back to Cooper. Tacoma gets it up the boards. Cinco tying up somebody out front. Shot didn't get through. Bouncing puck. Cooper now has it. Chips it up the wall. Weird bounce. Cinco has it behind the back of the net. Backhands it over into the corner to Cooper. Cooper takes a hit, gives a hit. Probably gave more than he got. Now Will in the middle. Chips it to Maddox. Maddox pops it out of the zone. Does it have enough steam to get there for an ice? Yep. All right. 6.5 left in the game. 22 seconds left on the penalty. 6-2 us. Jake pulls it to the side. Jansen reverses, looking to buy some time. Zach reverses it to Nate, chips it up the boards. Tacoma has it. They go low, looking for some space, looking to center up, but Nate pulls it off of their stick. Up to Jake, up the wall. Got a 2-on-3 here. Tosses it into the zone. Zach on the forecheck. Tacoma chips it up the wall. We get it back to Anson. Anson over to Nate. Nate goes through the middle. Tacoma gets a shoulder on it. Zach fighting for it at the blue. Time. Nate, Jake across the blue, tries to go around Tacoma. Now Tacoma up the far wall, 1-on-4. Gets sandwiched up against the board. Zach and Cooper got an arm up. Let's see what that's for. Are we getting roughing or are we getting an interference? Are we getting roughing or the interference? Got the run. Five and a half left. 6-2 us. Jackson. Face-off comes up the middle now. Nate bumps him off the puck. Cinco to Braden. Braden up to Jackson. Splitting the D. Foot race. Jackson looking for it up the middle. Oh, a little hot for Braden. Tacoma now up the middle. One man to beat. One man to Cinco right into Sawyer's gut. Jackson pulls it back to Connor. Connor reverses. Holds it up against the board. Tacoma tries to center, but Anson gets a stick on it. Braden ties them up. Lifts the stick. Tacoma now has it, looking to center. Shot wide. That bounced weird. I don't know what to say about that, other than it bounced weird. Face off, comes in the middle, shot. Sawyer has got it. Face off, comes through the middle. Now into the corner. High blue. Tacoma D trying to circle around Parker. Can't quite get there. Around the back of the net. Wolfie collects, tries to get it off the wall to Parker. Now back to Wolfie, who's taking it up the ice. No one stopping him. Into the zone, around to D. Looks to the middle to Jake. Alright, Cinco gets a stick on that as they cross the blue. Shot, almost tipped. Cinco giving chase. Parker picks it off, picks the centering pass off. Now up the side. Drops it to Jake. Jake. Now to Connor. Connor near side to a circling Parker. Tacoma slapper. Off of the pad, gone far side. Anson's got a streaking Jake and Braden. Braden through the middle. Takes a hit on the shot. Puck comes near side. Tacoma has it. Oh, ref down. All right, we're gonna point this up here for a while. Unfortunately, like
right
there's
there.
like blue to blue above the glass. I just don't have it. Jackson, Zach, Braden up front with Cooper and Cinco in back. Tacoma pulls it back, tries to go up the near wall, far wall. Cooper down in the corner, circles around now, gets it up the wall to Braden. Braden up to a streaking Jackson. Jackson into the zone, got Zach far side for a centering pass. Tacoma rises to the corner though, dumps it low to Braden. Braden now, far side, looking to circle around. He's got Jackson in the middle. Jackson alone. Oh! That was a heck of a stick save all the way up at his eyes. Shot far side. Jackson reverses it. Cut comes all the way around to Cinco. Cinco shoots it low. Braden fighting for it. Jackson collects. Swings it around to the other corner. They reverse it around to Cinco. Cinco now down to Zach. Zach back to Cinco. Cinco to Jackson in the middle. Shot through some traffic. I don't think the goalie saw it. I don't think he saw it.
That goalie was he thought
My daughter played AAA when she was like a single A goalie, and by the end of the season, anytime a shot happened, she was looking in the back of the net before the shot happened. It was rough. Tacoma swings it up near side, bounces it off the wall to their player. Streaking, trying to get around to Anson. Anson riding him behind the back of the net now. Connor picks him up to the dot. Oh, blocker save out front. Anson clears. Haven now has it, bounces it off of the wall, looking for Will. Now Will and Haven on the forecheck. Tacoma up the middle. Anson pops it into the zone. Don't blame him at all. We almost had it, coaches. We almost had it. Haven, Will, and Maddox out there. Send Cinco and Anson out, please. It will make my year. Will wins it. Maddox now collects. Nate tosses it into the zone, but Tacoma has it. Trying to get it up the middle, but Will gets a stick on it. Now one touches it into the zone, trying to get around Nate. Shot wide. Not sure if Sawyer got a piece of that or not. Haven fighting for it. Tacoma comes out of it. Shot goes high and over. Nate along the far side, looking for Will in the middle. He's got some speed though. Shot, low, goalie gloves. Now you send Cinco and Anson out as D. We were so close. We were so close. Shot goes wide. Anson pinching. Got Cinco covering back for D on it for him. Tacoma up the wall. Cinco's got a stick on. Rides him right into the ref. Cinco now bounces it up the wall to Zach. Zach, one man to beat around the corner. Zach does. Tucks it. 8 to us, end of the game.